Hello, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And I have seen a film with the stupidest fucking title in ages. Oh, God. The Beatles, 8 days a week. The touring years. Yeah, you know I saw it. I invited you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm jealous.
Well, you were invited.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't go probably for some reason. I don't remember why.
Because you did it once a late night because it was on past 8 o'clock. Actually, it was on 8 o'clock.
Okay. What time are we going? What time's the film tonight?
Well, 8:15.
Oh, well, cool.
So why couldn't you make it yesterday then?
Busy, innit?
What were you doing last night at 8 o'clock?
So what's the Beatles about?
What's the Beatles about?
The Beatles about?
I just
Which
like
one's with a little hand?
Yeah, I know. How bad that English sounded.
Yeah, that
What's the Beatles about? They make music, Graham. That's what they're about.
What are they all about?
Well, it's about the touring years, isn't it? Can't you tell by that extremely stupid long title?
What's the title?
The Beatles, 8 days a week, the touring years.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, I thought it was the Turing years. I thought we were going to
Turing
find out about how they
years.
cracked the Enigma machine. I was very disappointed.
They cracked the machine.
Or the Enigma code.
Smashing the guitars against it.
I meant cracked it as in Eureka. We've made the Enigma machine.
Oh, did you?
We've cracked it.
Right,
That's
I
how
see.
we do it.
Not just smashed it up.
No.
Right.
Although
okay.
that's probably... Oh, no, there's...
The Turing years.
I think that was threatened afterwards.
Was it? We don't
Yeah.
want to talk about that. Go on.
No. So we're from a place called the Wirral.
Yes.
Which is close enough that we never fucking hear Liverpool shut up about the Beatles, but not sort of close enough that we give much of a shit about the Beatles.
Yeah, it's like we have no affiliation to it other
No,
than...
I mean, they could. I
we're
like them, but I
geographically
don't need
close.
to bang on
Yeah,
about them
no,
like the Scousers
obviously.
do.
I mean, the whole world is a fan of the Beatles.
Yeah, I mean, some people aren't. But,
We're not talking about them, are we?
alright. I think they're okay. I like them.
I love them. I think
no,
they
they're
are
good. I mean, you know, if I had to
life-changing.
pick, then how did they change your life?
I listened to them and I was a better person because of it.
I mean, you could have been a worse one, could you?
Not from listening to the Beatles. No.
Beatles or the Stones?
Beatles?
Oh, I say Stones.
I don't even know Stones.
Well, that's your fucking
I
problem,
know.
isn't it?
I've been listening. I've been trying to. Yeah.
Start with Exile on Main Street.
Okay.
Okay. And then go to, like, Let It Bleed.
Well, I've got, like, the best of album.
Don't start with the best of.
Why
That's
not?
ridiculous. Start with the good albums.
What surely the best of is it good? It's the
No,
best
because
album.
it's the best of, isn't
That
it?
is
You
the
want an
best
album?
What's your favourite album of the
And
Beatles
that's like
or the best
trying
of?
to get you into a stand-up comedian and you having just the best of their jokes. No, you want to watch a show. You want to see how...
That's the best way to get into somebody, is to experience
the
all their
worst
best
way.
things.
That's
You're just talking rubbish.
Anyway,
That literally doesn't make sense. Anyway,
You
carry
don't
on.
make any sense.
So I'm listening to the best of the Rolling Stones. So let's talk about the Beatles film then.
Yeah, it was alright.
All right.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Did you learn anything?
I did learn a few things.
Yeah?
A few things, but I'm not a Beatles obsessive, and it is
So
directed
this
by...
might be common knowledge that you.
Well, it's directed by Ron Howard,
Oh, okay.
who did, like, Rush and Frost Nixon.
Mhm.
And often with Ron Howard's factual things, you think you have just told me the basics there.
Oh right, really? It's all kind of surface level.
Well, I'm not saying that... Yeah.
Just kind of scratch the surface.
Well, yeah, it's good for those that don't know anything, but for those that do know anything, it's, you know, it's what it is. Yeah, exactly.
It's familiar ground.
Do you want to tell you the things that I learned that I didn't already know?
Okay, go on then.
I didn't know, and this made me admire the Beatles even more, that when they would tour in America, obviously this is in the early 60s, with all the riots and whatnot, they had a clause in their contract that said they wouldn't perform live to any stadium that had segregated crowds.
Wow.
I know.
Isn't that progressive
Isn't it?
for them? That's
Well,
really
yeah.
great. Not for them, but
I think the main thing you'll get from the documentary, though, is just them as people, because you just think of the Beatles as the Beatles, as
Yeah.
opposed to four lads.
well, I don't know. You get. I mean, a
Well, I
lot of
didn't.
the. I'm just saying, like a lot of the things. A lot of the things that are shared are like the bits where they're like being silly and cheeky and funny with
That's basically what
interviewers
this
and
film
reporters
is.
and stuff like that. That sounds
Yeah.
great. Just
Well,
a big slideshow of them being cheeky.
But it's probably the ones you've already heard, then, if that's doing the rounds.
There's lots of them in there.
There's four. John, Paul, Ringo, and George.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I like the sound of it then, because that kind of appeals to me.
Speaking of which, it's probably got one of the best soundtracks of all films this
I
year.
bet it does actually. Yeah, I bet it does.
Although the touring years apparently was from 64, no, I don't know, 62 to whatever.
So they only used music from in that period.
Yeah, and I prefer the stuff
It got a
afterwards,
bit-
the
oh,
trippy
right,
stuff
okay.
like, you know, like Walrus and whatnot. Walrus.
Walrus, you know that one.
Yeah.
That's a nice reference.
Can't be bothered saying
Walrus.
I am. I thought I'd save times.
Yeah, Walrus,
and, you
I
know,
am.
Walrus and Weeps. And Sky.
Oh yeah.
I also quite liked, and the thing, like, it simultaneously shows people like Paul McCartney, the ones that are still alive,
see.
as being
Sorry.
both a kind of monument and also a human. So you see, like, you know, a young Paul McCartney in the middle of this giant shitstorm of, like, fandom, and you think, Jesus Christ.
How is he keeping it together?
How is that possible?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how does somebody have that around them? And then you see him now going like, oh, we were doing this. And you think like, oh, he's just a bloke.
Yeah.
He's just a guy.
He was just navigating himself. Like, he doesn't see the macro picture, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't see all of the crowd around him. He just sees, like, faces.
No, I think he could see the crowd. Yeah, and then it cuts to the crowd. And you think, I don't want that crowd.
Yeah,
you know, when you see, like, no, but, like, they're 16-year-old girls or whatever, or younger for all I know. And they all look like they're about fucking 45. I've never seen... Girls in the 60s did not look good. That was the wrong
way I thought you were going.
Jesus, it was like, Christ. It would show... And they all look like secretaries. You know, like middle-aged secretaries. You know, you can imagine going to, like, the Beatles and going, oh, what's... I bet you're getting the girls, aren't you? And them going, oh, yeah. And you going, what's it like? Or what they like? And them going, they're like their fucking mums. they look like...
Full generation, 3 generations worth in one girl.
There's one woman, or young girl, I should say... who's got like big thick glasses. They all look like the fat one from Scooby Doo, whatever her name is. I can't remember Velma. I can't remember if it's Velma or Daphne. She looks like one girl who's about 14, looks like an old woman in a Woody Allen movie, and they all look like secretaries. So like you've got like
a Wes Anderson film where they're just acting way beyond their age.
Yeah, yeah, exactly like that. So like you've got the Beatles on stage like doing, you know, I Want to Hold Your Hand or whatever. Then it cuts to these like fucking middle-aged children screaming, and you think like, have they just interspersed that with footage of a fire at the typewriter factory or something like?
Typewriter factory.
So
yeah,
so that was interesting. That was good fun. Like, it made me laugh.
That was considered fit at the time, though. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus.
But I mean, like the start.
No wonder they turned to drugs.
Because you're talking about like thick-rimmed like glasses and like very proper, tidy clothes. Like
not even tidy, very very warm. Like very buttoned up and cardigans and they're all quite short and stumpy looking.
Well, don't forget, like fabric wasn't quite as.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're fat. I'm just saying that the clothes has bulked them out a lot.
Yeah. Because clothes were expensive back then.
Well, thank God they were doing extra shifts as their secretarial jobs. So that was interesting. Oh, it kind of glossed over a lot. I mean, you know, it's like, aren't these like kids all cheeky chappies as in the Beatles? Like, aren't they just young lads? It doesn't really mention how John Lennon used to knock his wife about and, you know, batter like his manager or, you know, the people in the Cavern Club and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, everyone's got their niggles, haven't they? You know.
Can't say niggles.
They've got their demons to...
Well, yeah, they do, but, you know, you'd think if you're going to make a documentary about them, you'd mention that.
No. Not if you just
wouldn't mention the interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
It's all about the touring years.
Yeah.
Did he hit anybody during those years?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know then. I haven't got an excuse for Ron Howard.
No. Damn good narrator, though.
Damn good narrator, yeah.
Yes, and I was thinking, like, everywhere they go...
Good father as well.
Is he?
I don't know. I assume so, if you made Bryce Dallas Howard.
Well, he didn't sing Salt Maker on his own. But, what was I going to say?
You know an awful lot about the process.
Yes, me and Ron Howard conceived a child that is several years older than me.
Carry on, anyway.
Yeah, like, so they go to America and they refer to them as, you know, Liverpool's the Beatles, Liverpool's the Beatles. You think, why is that? Like, when the Stones go somewhere or any other band, they don't refer to them as very specifically where they're from.
Where are they from?
The Stones. I don't know. Somewhere in London, I imagine. But, you know, they don't say that. They just say from England, but with the Beatles, they say from Liverpool. And I thought, like, originally you go into this movie thinking, like, maybe that's like a pride thing, like they're just really proud of they're from Liverpool. And then I thought, no, because they're not the ones saying it, it's the other country saying it. I thought, it's probably a fucking warning. Like, this is Liverpool's the Beatles.
Yeah.
You know, when it's like when it says, like, lock up your daughters, they also mean to add lock up your valuables as well.
Yeah. Get her to grab all the valuable stuff.
There's this stuff under a cardi.
You wouldn't notice.
No, so it was alright. I enjoyed it. It was quite good. Oh, there was one fucking lone woman in the audience singing along, you know, whenever a song would come on. And you just think,
the rest of them were just screaming, like...
No, I mean in the crowd in the cinema that I was watching.
Oh, right. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Singing to a documentary.
Well, there's quite a lot of songs in it.
Yeah, okay.
But you just think, like, you do know that we can all hear you. This isn't just you at home.
Live concert.
Yeah, I have never listened to the Beatles and thought, you know what? Those four are pretty good, but what they need is one fucking cackly little hag in the audience to just really make this perfect.
She's just having fun.
Well,
I'd be singing if I was there.
Yeah, I know. I'd have fucking decked you.
Rattling them out.
It was alright, but if you compare it to another musical documentary that we've seen of late, as in the Nick Cave's new album, Life of a Dead Son documentary, well, he does. That was a lot more insightful into every aspect of...
It was heartbreaking.
Oh, it really was. So's the album.
Heartbreaking.
But this is... So that documentary was like, let's have a look at everything that could make a human a human.
Yeah.
This one is like, oh, weren't they fun, those Beatles?
So
with their
the
hair.
Nick Cave one kind of reconnected him with reality and kind of humanity and stuff.
Well,
with the
it was
Beatles
just
kind
a
of
piece of art
did
that
it
had a
kind
lot
of
to
keep
say, whereas
them-
this
I
is kind of a
haven't
glossy
finished,
thing.
Did it like keep them on their pedestal sort
Yeah.
of thing? Like,
Yeah.
it didn't kind of paint them to be.
Speaking of
said,
like
like,
pedestals,
cheeky
like people always say of Ringo, like, you know, was he the best drummer in the world or wasn't even the best drummer in the Beatles? Firstly, as somebody who doesn't drum, he sounds alright to me.
Yeah, you can put a song together,
However,
I think.
and he does seem fun, like he's one of the lads as
Yeah.
well, even if he's perhaps not the most respected. But you see him on that drum kit, he doesn't half look like a special kid that's won a competition.
Like, just got a chance to
like
sit
he's
with them.
really happy and he's really like
yeah.
like there's no coolness there. Like the others are quite cool, like the way they play.
Yeah.
Him not in the slightest.
Oh, that's nice. He's having fun, isn't he?
Oh, definitely.
He's the woman in the crowd, isn't he? Just just playing along, having a great time with the band.
I'm sure he's very good.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's
I'm
that.
sure he's very good.
Yeah.
He's. I mean, we've heard of him.
Yeah, he's done better than I could ever do with a drum kit.
That's true. Ever.
Bye, anyone listening. Say bye.
Bye.